June 28, 2014. Guys, you're looking at a NASA simulated model of a supernova. Now, it's important because I want to talk about this occurrence and another occurrence that they're watching very closely right now. And they really began 6 weeks ago to get the telescopes trained in and more observers. But this is today's images from SWIFT. These are infrared of the center of our Milky Way. They're watching it. And we've talked about the Vatican's telescope in Mount Graham in Arizona, where they put the stereo binocular lens on the front called Lucifer. They're infrared. They're watching this. They're not watching our sun. That's the center of the universe. Now, this is a gas cloud called G2. They've been watching it since 2004 as it's gotten closer. Now, this year, it's starting to cross what's called the galactic center, and it's being stretched out by the black hole. Now, you can see where we're at in the blue dot. That's our solar system, not Earth, but our solar system. And then the center is the black hole. We've talked about that in a video a few weeks ago, but it's saying scientists around the world are tracking a doomed cloud of gases that makes a daring approach towards the monster black hole at the center of our Milky Way galaxy. A cosmic encounter that might reveal new secrets on how such supermassive black holes evolve. The G2 space cloud and its ultimate death by black hole have been under close scrutiny since the cloud's fate was identified in 2011. Now the cloud is destined to be shredded by a supermassive black hole. These are images. And guys, the blue lines were in a video I did about a month ago showing the stars that are very close to the black hole. Remember that? But the red is this gas. And this is a simulation of what they're thinking now, that inside this gas cloud is a star, maybe two. It may be a binary system. They don't know for sure. They're watching it. Now, these are actual X-ray images, guys, over the last few years as it's gotten closer and it started to stretch out. Now the tip of it, they're saying, is moving faster than the back. That means it's getting so close to the black hole that it's stretching it out. They're saying that it's about 100 AU long. That's 1 AU is about 90 million miles, or the distance between the Earth and the Sun. And this goes from 2004 up to 2013, I think, on these images, guys, as it's gotten closer and stretched out. They've been keeping an eye on G2. There's a reason, because you think about our black hole in the center of the Milky Way, you think it would be constantly consuming stars and energy. Now, this is also what's called the evolution of the gas cloud G2 in the galactic center. Notice the years, 2004 to 2013. As it's gotten closer, it's gotten a little larger, and it's starting to stretch. Now, why was it important to note that it may have a binary star in it and that they're capable of supernovas? Let's read this. Now, this is the latest that I can find from this group that's watching. This 6 weeks old, guys. It's the galactic center is one of the most fascinating extreme places in the galaxy. It says they're watching a little gas cloud on its way into the galactic supermassive black hole. It says harboring a supermassive black hole with a mass order of 4 million solar masses, it experiences cycles of activity and star formation, separated by periods of quiet that last an order of millions of years. The Milky Way's SMBH, or supermassive black hole, currently is inactive. That may be about to change. However, a small diffuse gas cloud, G2, has recently been detected on an orbit almost straight into the galactic center. It goes on to say that depending on its nature, G2 will now begin to break up and feed the supermassive black hole, possibly triggering a phase of AGN activity, picking it back up. It's been very quiet. The next years will therefore provide a unique opportunity to investigate directly the processes that drive and regulate gas accretion into the black hole. In addition, G2 could turn out to be a powerful probe of the structure and composition of the extreme interstellar environment in the galactic center. If it lights up, it will be a good probe. It will illuminate a lot of things. Now, it says that G2 is 750 degrees Fahrenheit and comprised mostly of hydrogen, and it's hurtling through space a few thousand miles per second. Now, you can pause any of this and read it, guys, but they're saying that it may not be pulled into the black hole because it will pass about 100 times the space between the Earth and the Sun, or 100 AU, but they're seeing it starting to rip apart now. This section of the article is from last year. It says there are several theories on the properties and origins of G2. Some say it's simply a cloud of gas and dust. Others think there could be a star hidden in there, and that's what I was talking about. He said a black hole is Einstein's solution for what happens when a star dies. Sometimes as a massive star burns off its fuel, it collapses into a fantastically tiny, tremendously dense object called a neutron star. Some of these neutron stars become so massive that gravity will cause them to collapse under their own weight, forming the black hole. They are voracious eaters that gulp up everything they can: dust, clouds, stars, and space debris, and they're shrouded by what's known as an event horizon. That's the area where the gravitational pull is so strong that nothing, not even light, can escape. Supermassive black holes like Sagittarius A are thought to live at the center of most galaxies. It says, but this was our center. Sagittarius A has long been inactive, and G2 could be its first feast in about 100 years. Astronomers believe. It says part of the gas cloud has already whipped around the black hole, but some could spiral downward and get swallowed up. It says that the first thing will happen, he says, the gas cloud will slam into something approximately the size of our solar system, producing X-ray emissions. Then the really interesting part begins. The cloud might start to spiral into the black hole. What everyone is waiting to see is whether the output of Sagittarius A would start to grow dramatically. Dolman says it may start to blossom from a timid vacuum of a black hole to a beauty queen, the belle of the ball. It would then start to really emit powerfully. It says that the cloud's front end is already getting disrupted by the gravitational pull. So again, kind of recapping, guys, they, as far as they know, for over 100 years, and I don't know how they would go back actually past actually pretty modern telescopes to tell when this happened before. But they're saying at least 100 years, and it always reminds me, guys, of the angel pouring out something upon the sun. And why I say that is because from the galactic center, if you have some type of burst, gamma ray burst, then the particles become so dense in the part of the galactic center that we're crossing that it's going to overheat everything. The sun, they're actually talking about strippage. It could strip hydrogen layers from the surface of the sun, creating a blowtorch effect. Now, again, biblically, we're told about that in several books. Even in the missing books, they talk about this great heat in the end time. But it's a heads up, guys. We're watching. This is very, very interesting. Again, they're watching it because they don't know what's going to happen. We'll keep it updated. Be safe.